No, Ben Brown did not get the win. No, he did not throw a no-hitter, but something bigger happened on this night in Milwaukee. The Cubs offense came back to life. Let's recap this one right now here on the Setup Man. Cubs fans, Setup Nation, I am one happy Cubs fan myself. I hope you are too, as the Cubs win 6-3 in extra innings against the Milwaukee Brewers. A very crucial game as they get back to 3.5 back of the NL Central leaders, the Brewers. I've got a lot of comments, a lot of opinions on this one. I hope that you agree with them because, hey, when we win, it's fun to talk about. Am I right? And when the offense comes to play, it's even more fun to talk about. So let's go ahead and talk about this one, but make sure that you hit that like button, make sure that you comment, make sure that you subscribe, do all the things because I want to keep on bringing you great content as we do our thing here in the 2024 season. I'm going to stay completely positive because you know what? There's a lot of things that we could talk about right now with this offense and how bad it was through the first 9 innings. And despite a Michael Busch home run, it looked like they were going to have to win this one 1-0. But I'm going to stay positive tonight as the Cubs win this game and get back over 500 to 28-27. And how about these numbers from the offense in just the 10th inning alone? 5 for 7 combined, 5 RBIs, and a sacrifice bunt from Nick Madrigal, who, oh, by the way, came in as a defensive replacement and was batting cleanup because of that. But, hey, it worked out because he had a sacrifice bunt. Next batter was Ian Happ, and he hits a 2 RBI double. So let's recap this one just very quickly. Ben Brown was completely on his game tonight. He was throwing bullets. He was darting the corners. Everything looked great, and we'll talk about his line here in a second. But he deserved to get this win. And he almost ended up throwing a combined no-hitter because through 7 innings, he didn't allow a single batter to reach via a base hit. And thanks to Cody Bellinger, wow, what a freaking catch from Cody Bellinger. I was at a game last year where Bellinger robbed a home run from Jason Hayward in LA. This one might have been better, especially given the situation. Very, very big time play for Cody Bellinger, and pretty much the only reason that Bellinger isn't having to buy Ben Brown a steak dinner tonight because of just a piss-poor offensive performance once again from the Cubs through the first 9 innings is because of this play. So great job, Cody Bellinger. And of course, Michael Busch ended up putting the only tally in the first 9 innings for the Cubs with a solo shot to center field. Nice to see Busch get that swing back. He's a guy that the Cubs will need to rely on to keep on slugging because that slug has somewhat disappeared in the last month. Hector Neris comes in the 9th inning, and he's going to try to preserve a 1-0 lead. And Willy Adames, of course, because he's just been a thorn in the side already here in 2024 for the Cubs, gets the RBI single. But Ian Happ flags him down at second base. That was a huge, huge play because in the next inning, you've got Mike Tauchman leading it off. And oh, by the way, the youngster Luis Vasquez is on second on this liner off the pitcher. And Tauchman has an RBI single because of the heads-up base running from Luis Vasquez. That was actually a play that happened because Craig Counsell pinch ran Luis Vasquez for Miguel Amaya, and this sparked a 5-run rally. Next batter is Cody Bellinger, RBI single to center. Then after the sacrifice bunt, you have Ian Happ with the 2-run double, the biggest probably dagger of this entire 10th inning. And then Michael Busch tacks on one more with an RBI single. Big sigh of relief here as the Cubs even up the series at 1-1. And I'm going to just tell you right now, I don't know if this game ends up this way had Luis Vasquez not been the pinch runner for Miguel Amaya in the 10th inning. One of the biggest issues this year has been the base running and has been a spark plug on the bases. The Cubs aren't stealing bases. They're not taking extra bases. They're not doing the little things on the base paths. In fact, they're doing quite the opposite. They're getting picked off. They're losing base runners. And so Luis Vasquez with probably the biggest base running heads up play of the year. I'm saying that as I haven't even taken any moments to think about any base running plays. So if you got a better one, make sure you share it in the comments. But this to me is why you want guys like Luis Vasquez getting playing time, why you want guys like PCA getting playing time. These guys are spark plugs. PCA, by the way, if you didn't know, they said it in tonight's broadcast, he has the highest WAR, according to Baseball Reference, of any position player for the Cubs this year. And he's played maybe a fourth of the games that other Cubs position players have played. That is a glaring stat right there for Jed Hoyer and for Craig Counsell. Play the youngsters, get these guys in because they're creating energy. They're creating things that the core, quote unquote, guys that are getting paid the big bucks are not creating right now. So let's switch it up. Let's do these things. If you like that, put it in the comments. In fact, just comment PCA, call them up, call it PCA, put it in the comments. The defense showed up, but I think the big ticket is very obvious in this one, and it was Ben Brown dealing all day long. The final line, 7 innings, no hits, no earned runs, 10 strikeouts, and 2 walks. You got to love this. Let's just bask in the glory of this win. I'm not going to overanalyze anything. Great job defense, great job offense for the 1 inning and the 10th inning. Great job, Michael Busch, Cody Bellinger for coming to play, and Ben Brown for just nailing this thing down. What a blessing he's been for this staff this year, and just continues to do his thing anytime, no matter if it's the bullpen, swingman, long relief, high leverage starter, no matter what it is, he is doing his thing, and it is working right now for the Cubs. As mentioned earlier, Shota Imanaga goes to the mound for the Cubs tomorrow, so they'll try to get a series lead, and then Jameson Taillon on the final day of this series will try to get this series win, hopefully. The Cubs really need these last 2 wins to get back into striking distance with the Brewers. That's going to do it right now for the setup, man. I'm going to put my arm on ice. We'll see you tomorrow.